Hello dear friends, welcome to Honest English. Today we shall delve into very important aspect of our study, which is figures of speech. Now the question is the 2025 SSC exam, question number 6G, that is figures of speech. Now let's start. And the question goes like this: but the straw that broke the camel's back was when Okunze started bringing large sums of money and prohibited items like different types, he continues, and was willing to share these with his classmates without any reservation. And the question as usual is, what figure of speech is used in this expression? Now, for us to answer this question effectively, we need to go back to our knowledge of the components of metaphor. Or I'm sure you know that in previous videos, we have done a great deal of job teaching us different types of figures of speech, from metaphor, simile, and all of that. And we also took it a step further by discussing the components, the parts that make up a metaphor. Okay? So today, let us use that knowledge of the component of a metaphor to solve this question. Now note that when you have a question of figure of speech at this level, the first figure of speech to suspect is the metaphor. So you start from it, okay? So let's look at components of a metaphor. We know that there are two components or two parts to a metaphor. We have the tenor and then the vehicle. Now the tenor is that part which is compared, okay? Whereas the vehicle is that object used to compare the tenor, okay? Now let's look at our question. Now, we also know that types of metaphor, we have two types: the direct metaphor and then the implied metaphor. Now, for the direct metaphor, please, the writer will present the two components. You can see them. That is, you can see the vehicle and also the tenor. But for implied, the writer can decide to withhold the vehicle and give you or make obvious the tenor, or vice versa, as case may be. Now let's look at this example quickly here. It says, but the straw that broke camel's heart was. Now, very simple here. As soon as you see the verb was, okay? Of course, a metaphor, you compare two things that are not similar, right? So you can say, John is a pig. So the is there is very important. Now when I say the straw that broke the camel's heart was, what was it when Okunze started bringing large sums of money? Very simple. So what it means is that we can take it therefore that from here, from birth to back, is our tenor, okay? So our tenor. Whereas after the verb, which is was, when Okunze started bringing large sums of money, up to the first conjunction here, which is and, is our vehicle. Our vehicle. So that settles it. Very simple. So as soon as you're able to identify your tenor and then your vehicle, you are convinced therefore that it's a metaphor. So answer is metaphor. Very simple. You can say it is a metaphor. Simple. You get your 2 marks or 1 mark as the case may be. Now, just to add this, Because you have the two, the tenor and the vehicle, it means it's what? A direct metaphor. Very simple. Thank you for watching. This is Honest English. Subscribe to our YouTube channels for further lessons, and also follow and like us on TikTok. Have a nice day.